Hi, today I'm going to be reviewing the Aputure AL M9, a pocket LED light. I'm going to be talking about who I think this light's for and when I think this light's for. So I've had this light for about a year now and it's been great. So I thought I'd make a video about it. I picked it up for about 40 New Zealand dollars, but now I think it retails for about 60. In the box, you get the light itself, the magnetically attached diffuser and gel holder, 2 light gels, one CTO, one CTB, a quarter 20 shoe mount, a carrying case which I can't find but is really nice and has 2 pockets, one for the light and the other for the quarter 20 shoe mount. So now let's take a look at the body of the light. It's made from a very high quality plastic which is typical of Aputure. On one side there is 2 buttons, one goes down and one goes up, and there's 9 stops of brightness adjustment. There's also an on-off switch to turn the light on and off, and a micro USB port for charging the internal battery, which Aputure claims will give you an hour and 45 minutes. Which isn't heaps, but it can be used on charging, so sometimes I'll plug it into a battery bank. But I'll talk about this a bit later. On the front of the light, there are 3 light-emitting diodes and 4 magnets on each corner for the diffuser to magnetically attach to. This also holds the gels. I would definitely recommend using a diffuser with this light as it's quite harsh without it. From a technical standpoint, the light's quite good with a CRI and TCLI both above 95. If you don't know what that means, it's effectively how colour accurate the light is. Although from a technical standpoint it is quite good, in my opinion it has slight green tint to it, but that just could be me. Another thing I don't like about this light is the shadows it produces. Even with the diffuser on, there's often a very bad multi-shadowing effect from this light, where you can see each of the 9 LEDs has its own shadow. But if you use the light in a way where you can't see its shadows or it's not so obvious, it's not a problem. Something else I should mention is the edges of the light diffuser have started to crack on my copy, and one of these little caps that covers up a screw has also come off. But the light still works perfectly fine. If you're looking to buy this light, it's important to remember what it's designed for. It's definitely not designed to be a key light. I bought this as my first light thinking it would be great as a key light, and technically it can be, but it's very creatively limiting, and I'd recommend getting something a bit more expensive if you can afford it, like the Aputure AL M9 or even one of the RGB lights. So now that we've actually taken a look at the physical aspects of the light, let's talk about some of my personal pros and cons with this light. So to start off, my favourite thing about this light is how stupidly simple it is. I can give this to anyone on a set and not be worried that they're going to break it or change settings on it or anything, and they can figure out how to use it really easily. My second favourite thing about this light is its size. It's just over 1 centimetre thick, so it's great for putting in my camera bag and just forgetting about. The next thing I love about this light is how easy it is to rig almost anywhere. And you can buy this $10 clamp from Small Rig and you can put it anywhere, on a ceiling, on a wall. It's super versatile. The last thing I'm going to talk about that I love about this light is how easy it is to use light gels with it. Once you've cut them down to the right size, it's super easy to put them on and snap the magnet on the top. If you don't know much about light gels and how they work, then I'm going to make a video about them because they're a tool I use on a daily basis, both in video and in theatre work. So now that we've talked about the things I love about this light, let's talk about some of the stuff that I don't so much. My biggest gripe with this light is definitely the battery life. With only an hour and 45 minutes, the light often dies in the middle of a shoot and I have to plug it in, which takes away the carefree set and forget use of this light. And also, some of the places I put this light, like on a ceiling, don't exactly have power points next to them, so I often have to take a cable to the wall and run a USB cable up there or tape a battery bank to the roof to get it to work, which is a massive faff. This won't be a problem if you only do shorter shoots or your shoots are all in the same location like studio, but for me I move around heaps and it can be a bit of a problem. The second con with this light that I did talk about a bit earlier is the multi-shadowing effect. It's really annoying. As you can see here, you can see each 9 LED light has its own shadow, but you could use this in a way where it's not a problem. The third con for me with this light is how it displays the battery percentage. It has one little LED here which can go from blue to red. Red is low battery and it doesn't last long on red. It'd be easier to work around the light's battery problem if it had a better battery indicator. The final con I want to talk about with this light is its quarter 20 mount. Most lights would have this built into the light, but this one you have to have this little clip on the side. And although this does go into 2 parts, the pit that actually clips onto the light has a male quarter 20 as opposed to a female quarter 20, which is pretty useless when it comes to putting it into things like light stands or clamps. I'm not sure that it would be able to fit a quarter 20 mount on the light, But personally, I would rather it be a little bit thick and have the quarter 20 mount there than have to also lug around this little clamp thing. So overall, I think this is a great light, but it's important to remember what it's designed for. As I said earlier, it's definitely not a key light, it's an accent light or a hair light. It's designed to be creative with. But in saying that, I would definitely recommend this light to anyone into filmmaking or photography. It's super fun and you can get super creative with it. Thanks for watching, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.